Morning. Okay, wow. Doesn't sound great. Oh, okay. Big hedges, small hedges, medium hedges. Good afternoon, Niels. Thanks. So we're gonna skip over to my other screen here. Go take a look at the economic calendar as the next step, as always. So here we are. Economic calendar. For today, lots of news announcements coming out for things like New Zealand dollar, England, you got some Japanese yen over here, European news came out, Canadian news, and some high impact on the US news as well. So hopefully it's going to cause a bit of a chaotic vibe on the opening. Let's hope, as I have. Okay. Nasdaq fifth trade. Jens, why are you trading the Nasdaq in the morning? And DAX sixth trade. Oh, okay. Yeah, Nasdaq, we might be able to get a release on that this afternoon. Everyone that was here yesterday, we had a hedge on gold, I think. For some reason, my hedge, it closed. Well, actually, we left it on an automatic hedge. It actually just closed. I don't think it hedged itself. But no worries. I think anyone else who was on that hedge as well, I think it was maybe the fourth trade or fifth trade. So we'll have a look and see if there's any chance of getting a release on that today. And for Jens, we'll have a look at the Nasdaq as well and see if we can find any good spots for us to get out of it. But in terms of volatility, let's hope that there's going to be some nice volatility around the opening for this afternoon at least, if the morning was that bad. Let's go in and have a look. So if we come over to mine, I still have one hedge on the go from the Dow Jones. Dow Jones 3.6% drawdown at the moment. That's the one active trade, and it's just over here. Gold. So for those of you who are trading gold, so we're currently at the daily pivot. We've been sort of fluctuating around there all day. How big is the range today? The $10 range is not so bad. Let me come out into 30 minutes. So taking a look at this, I would say that we're at sort of a bit of a supporting point, previous resistance over here and here, and we can see it carries through support, resisting there, and now we're just about over that. How far do we need from there? 4 points. I think that would be a good release point, to be honest. Sort of anything like that. If I was going to be releasing, I need 3.6 points up to there, 4.13 points. Maybe if you want, I would even try wrap it around that daily pivot as a big number. I tell you what, I'm going to activate that trade anyway, and we'll see how it goes. I'm going to place that there as a simulation of a hedge release, and we'll see what happens. I would expect it to come down a bit and then maybe make its way back up to this Fibonacci line. Yeah, I mean the daily low down here was how far away? 3.55. Oh, let's hope for the fib at the top then. In terms of MTX, no signals at the moment. Possibly, maybe even a short signal coming in actually on the MTX. In gold, we've got a flat candle. What if the candle breaks below this daily pivot and closes down here in the next 4 minutes? Then it could be a sell signal. We'll have to wait and see, I guess. Shame that this was outside of the time. That would have been, no, it wouldn't have been a signal. Daily pivot would have been in the way. MTX on New Zealand dollar, US dollar, no signals. Daily, we're sort of still fizzling out at that sort of 1790 like I was thinking. Again, the previous lows and highs from around here, pretty consistent there. We're going to go to the Nasdaq. So let me take a look at the Nasdaq because we drew some patterns on here the other day. As you can see, it's actually broken out of that pattern. That was the trend line here. I think they're probably rendered in pointless at the moment, those trend lines. I don't really see any major consistency with those trend lines anymore. Let me have a look here. Let's see if we can measure up any other way. So there's still this kind of pattern there, but I'm not so sure. To be honest, let's take a look at it on a deeper level. We've got the big number / daily pivot. There's a vola box just there. I'm going to set this big number up anyway, and then we'll have a look and see what else is available. We could, on the other chart, go for this top vola box or even the vola box at the bottom, depending on which way the market's going to break. I'm going to set this one up just so I've got both ends covered. I've got the top here, and I've got then the vola box covered. If it goes through and breaks up towards the top and breaks past the daily pivot, then we can probably go ahead and then close this vola box, and then we can take this vola box instead. In terms, hi Gigi, thank you for joining. In terms of hedge release, difficult. I would probably give it a moment, just because, yeah, there's no real clear pattern of what might happen at all, really. Maybe I wouldn't get a hedge release on that just yet. Maybe at the daily pivot or the big number, try and release it depending on what the opening is like. Hedges from the big number. So you were trading it around here before, and that's why you have a hedge. I see. Yeah, no Nasdaq trade in the morning, gents. I wouldn't anyway. Next one that I want to move over to is the Dow Jones. This is the hedge. We're in trade number 9. Trade number 8. Sorry, we're going to be releasing into number 9. I do have the hedge trade just here, which is in a big profit. I mean, if I was thinking that the market's going to be coming back up towards the 35.4, then I could just delete this hedge trade with the profit, and then basically it would just reopen the previous box from yesterday, only with, you know, sort of a bigger minus of, you know, 112 points. But we're not going to do that because we're too far away from the box. If we were still around this box area, then I could think about just deleting the hedge trade, and then what it would have done, it would have then opened the trade back up to the original the original status before we hedged, if that makes sense. However, in terms of what I'm going to do here, let's go on. I can't zoom out. Let me go out onto this one maybe. There we go. Big numbers looking pretty good. Just taking a quick look. Some resistance there. Support, break, fake out. Now we've got another resistance or another supporting area. However, we've got 5 minutes until the opening. Big number or vola box? Big number or vola box? The thing is, if we take the vola box, we need 40 points, which is down here. So we need to break that big number if we're going to take the vola box. However, if we take the big number as our release, then, yeah, I mean, decisions. Gold, oh yeah, that was the one. So that was the gold release that I was talking about from the daily pivot, sort of the simulation of the gold release because our gold trade closed. And tell you what, let me go in. Basically, we're just gonna have to wait until this hits the zone so we can actually get a release on it. We got 4 trades left on our. I would personally prefer to release it on an offset big number trade and then be aiming for the 35.3, just because we're going to be opening into the 9th and I would like to get an extension on that take profit. So personally, I would rather take this big number exit. However, we all know that first vola box is supposed to be the one. Although it was the vola box that put us in the hedge in the first place. We've got 4 minutes left, or 3 minutes now until the opening. Where do we go? Where do we go? I think I'm going to take this big number. If we can get down to around here, sort of this daily low, then I'll get a release on it. Yeah, so here it comes. If it gets to the big number as well, definite. What is going on? Okay. Hedge is not there. Did I release it? No. What is going on? Two on zero. Where's the hedge? Yeah. It was just here, and now I'm unable to do it for some reason. Hello, Akeem. Thank you for joining. Oh, bitte die neben. There we go. There we are. And I'm going to release that now with a buy, and that's the hedge release done. So maybe we'll come down, but I'm thinking we're coming back up. I'm going to go up for this 35.3. Is going to be my aim, my goal, and then we come down here as well. That is what I want to see. So we got a minute now until the opening. So let's hope. If it does come down, then I'll be aiming for the next big number at 35.1. Although there is that Fibonacci in the way of that bottom piece. I'll turn the entry on as well. That's the 9th trade. We've got 3 trades left in the sequence. So that means that down here is sort of our take profit zone. So we've got 30 seconds left on the clock. Gold, still there. Nasdaq still there. Yeah, I know the take profit is. I'm just saying if we open up into the next trade, gents, that would be the zone for our take profit for this line. If we was in a sell, would be around here. So 40 points. And 5 seconds. Fingers crossed. Let's see. And there it goes. Gold, not doing anything. Nasdaq coming down pretty hard. So then we can prepare ourselves for a manual exit. We don't have to go all the way to the big number, but we do that just in case we get those big long candles. You never know when it's just going to shoot all the way up, and it's good to have our take profit set at a reasonable distance to earn a bit of extra profit. But as you can see, it looks like it might actually just be coming down now. But I do see this big number as more of a supporting zone than anything else. Oh, we've got our second trade now in gold as well, I think. Yep, there it is. Second trade short. Here comes the Dow Jones. So it's just reversing away from this vola box, really. The bottom of that vola box acting as a bit of a resistance zone here, previous support, as you can see, bouncing away from that same zone, which lines up pretty well with the bottom of that vola box, more or less. I say once we break that, it should be a straight shot up towards the big number anyway. Maybe it won't reach all the way to the big number, but I would say around here would be a good guess once we break this vola box. Gold coming down now, so trade 2. So I hope you guys got a release on that. Take profit is just below daily low. And there goes the Nasdaq. So Nasdaq's coming up. What we can do is we can delete that and we can just place that over the top of this vola box in preparation. Waiting for the Dow Jones to kind of make up its mind. Coming with a bit of an indecisive movement at the moment. There comes gold, Nasdaq. I guess we might break. I don't want it to trigger the next trade because I'm still pretty for us coming back up, but I mean, we could come down as much as this did, but there's slight head and shoulders here. Could be. But as you can see, previous support down here, resistance zone there, and here and here and here supporting, so wait and see. Gold, nothing new. Maybe into trade number 3 there on the Nasdaq. So really struggling to break past that vola box here at the moment. I mean, if I was to measure that, I guess we might have even been out if we took the vola box, maybe. There's trade number 3 for the Nasdaq. Oh. Broken below that big number now. Very see if it's going to break past this vola box now. There it goes. So the high so far of the opening. If it continues, once we break this and we get up above here, I'm pretty sure we should get it quite a good candle on the upside. Take a look at the other trades. So still in the 3rd trade there on the Nasdaq, and gold still in on the 2nd. So pretty good that we didn't go for a basic big number trade there, or big number hedge release. Otherwise, I think it would have taken us out a few more trades. But here we are into the vola box now. Let's see if we can get some more height on there. We're just below the original take profit. So not long until we can get a close. I have to wait for a bit more of a jump up. Original take profit is on a bit of a difficult line here. Where you can see that resistance line. It was stuck there for about an hour. Support, support, support. And then now we're sort of resisting from that exact same line. Just need to, once it gets a break above there, as I said, I reckon quite a reasonable area to aim for is probably around here. If we break past, that is. So just a bit of a waiting game, really. Come over here, so maybe in for trade number 4 there now on the NASDAQ. There it is, there's number 4. Gold, still number 2. So another drop there. Oh, quite a heavy drop. So normally I put an extension on this 4th trade, but I'm kind of a bit more concentrated on the Dow Jones at the moment. I mean, we don't need that much more. Maybe another 30 points. We were very close to it a minute ago. What was we? 13 points. So Nasdaq still struggling to break up a little bit there. I feel like we're about to get that next trade. Lucky we didn't actually trigger it there. Wait, it's got an auto hedge on. No. Where's that auto hedge trade? Number 9. So annoying. Annoying. And now it's going to shoot up to the and watch. If it reaches here, that should be the take profit. Well, I think it's lucky for all of you who are in there because you're pretty much just hit the take profit there as well. Yeah, well, there's not much I can do about that. Hedge now. I want this off. Auto trade off. Oh. I'm at the, yep, take it. Take it, Klaus. Oh, well, we would have been out. I would have been out of this trade now if I didn't have the auto hedge on. Oh, it's not so bad. We'll revisit this again. Not right now. Let's take a look at the other trade. So now trade number 5 in on the Nasdaq. I'm going to actually extend these stop losses a bit further. It's all about if the market is moving or not. If there's no movement, then it'll be a difficult one. Gold, where are we on gold? Still fluctuating. Okay. Yep. No. Yes. Hmm. But really slow markets at the moment. Very annoying that this is now going to hit that. It's already hit the level that we said. So just here was where we said earlier would have been a good point, where I would expect a reversal. And there it is. Let's touch the line. So that would have been us really out of that trade now. So next ones we've got is gold and Nasdaq. Not much that we can do. I mean, I could look at a sell release here. No, missed the chance. Missed that chance to get out. So what was this? A sell? Wait a second. Let me see that hedge over here was a sell. Okay, I'm going to try something special now. Oh. So if this was the original box, that our hedge trade was a sell from this zone right here. Yeah, as we can see, the market is on its way back up now. So if I take that sell out, it's going to give us the profit. But for every step further up that we take, this trade of 17 lots will put us 17 lots more into a buy position. So 17 lots to make up 5%, I think will work. If not, we can always hedge that trade again. What's that? 17.53. We'll get this one-click trading up again. 17.53. Okay. So let me zoom in again. So I'm going to delete that trade here, and I'm expecting us to go up a bit further. So now it's put us into a bigger minus. However, if the market now surpasses up to around here, it's actually going to be a really big profit trade for us. So I've deleted my previous hedge. I guess all of you are out of your hedge now, by the way. That is. So as long as we continue to surpass up towards our original box, this will become a smaller and smaller minus as time goes on. Oh, sixth trade. Okay. Sixth trade over here. Okay. Let me move that up towards this line over there. We'll revisit that soon. Gold is still there. And we're just waiting for the Dow Jones to come up, up, up and away. I say once we get up towards, probably if we get up to this zone here, above our original hedge, I think that we will be able to close that trade. So over here, it's actually going to give us the plus minus of that trade right now. And then should it not go that way, we can always then re-hedge the trade with the same lot sizes, which was there. So it'll be like another manual hedge there. But we'll leave that. Does everyone understand what I mean there? I hope so. Can be very complicated to explain and understand. So now we can see that the hedge or the trade is getting bigger into minus because one of the hedges has been deleted, but we're sort of minus this. Well, actually, we're minus that because this still thinks that we've got that big trade in there. So technically, we've already done about 2.8%, but if you minus this 855 off of this number here, it will give you the actual result. So I would say that we're nearly on that way up towards the top. What's going on? Nice work, Mike. Good work, good work. Ten. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if we make it towards that daily pivot, we will probably be able to close this trade down altogether. US tech, yeah, it's it is. I say it's the closest index market to gold. Really, gold is sometimes like this. US tech, we're in on 6 trades so far. I am, and now we're coming down a bit further here. Come out this a second. Get a bigger look. I think I'll set that hedge just here so it hedges the trade. Is it a buy limit? No. We don't want a buy limit. We want a new order. What did we close? It was a sell. I'm pretty sure. Yes, it was a sell. So what we'll do, we're going to set a pending hedge. So if it reaches this area, what we'll do, we'll set a sell stop at this zone. So that will be our hedge trade. So if the market comes all the way down to here, then it will hedge itself, and then we can just then release it again at another time. Or what we could do, we could even delete it and then just delete one of the buy trades from previous. I'm making it very confusing for you all. Did I close it? Or did it open? No, it's fine, it's fine. So it's coming down. Is it still there? It opened. I was too slow. There it is. That one now opened. No. Yes, Nasdaq is quite nasty today. All of them. I'm just annoyed about this auto hedge situation, but Nasdaq's coming up. Nasdaq will bring itself back. it's very, very typical that this would happen. As soon as you put an auto hedge in, it decides to reverse. But take a look over here. If we're coming back down, then what we could do is these are the buy trades made today. So that was that. That's a buy. It's in 600, but is it going to come back down or not? I don't think so. It's better that we leave it as it is and then revisit it tomorrow and just do a normal hedge release. Yeah. So there we are. That's that coming up. We need 5, 6 more points, and then we can get a close on that. Just unlock the buttons there for a manual. Almost got there. Still not doing anything. Gold. Terrible. This one's annoying me a lot. I could delete this. It's a minus. We got 856. Depends if I think if the market's actually going to come up above that big number or not. Almost there on the Nasdaq. Coming up ever so slightly. With another little good candle. Little jump up 5, 6, 7, 10 points. But it's always the case. It's going to reverse right from that line, of course. Go. And there we are. Close. Too much slippage there. Come over here. Okay, 2.91% profit there. Close, locked and loaded. Okay. I don't have any other pending. No. So at the moment, what we want to do is we want to concentrate on this other Dow Jones. Maybe there's a way for us to get out of this. Where's the other sells from yesterday? So sell here. There's also a sell there from yesterday. We could delete this one. Put, what number is that? 18.78. There we go. 18.78. Then we change this to 18.78 in case we need to re-hedge it manually. Now, I guess our new target zone is probably above our original box. So as long as we get a good candle now to break the big number and the daily pivot, we should be out of it quite nicely. So we go to the account history down here with so we got 1600. So as long as this becomes lower than 1600, that means that we can essentially close all of the trades in the box. So if this becomes minus 1000, then that means if we close all of the trades, we've got 600 profit from that trade. So if that is the case, we'll wait and see. So let's see if we get a break. Gold's coming down. So so the one that I deleted there was a sell from yesterday's hedge, by the way. So the sell was here, and because we're still below in the sell position, I've deleted it in the hopes that the market is going to come up, and it's actually given us more buy, is given us a more volume in a buy position. So as long as we actually make it up, then actually with every point up that we're going in, we're reducing that hedge piece by piece. So right now we're not actually in a hedge. We're actually 18.78 lots in a buy position. So we need to make up what 3K with 18.78 lots. I think that's not that much, maybe 6 points, not a lot. It's a lot of points, but considering if we can get it up to there, we can always re-hedge it and minimize the size of the hedge. So as long as we can bring this down, it's fine, really. I mean, if this reaches zero, no, if this reaches, yeah, below 1600, then it's fine. That's where we're aiming. I think I want to take the Aussteig aus and this one aus, so it doesn't close itself because I want to have full control of it at the moment. So let's see if we can catch a bit of a rally on this. So I've turned these two off in the Swiss box because once that flat hedge reaches our target profit, 22 euros plus, I think it will actually just close automatically all of the trades. And yeah, so that's why I've turned the exit off. I think it should work like this. Otherwise, yeah, it would close all of the trades and we would end up actually in a minus rather than a plus. So right now, I reckon we're not so far away. We need another 2K for a break-even exit. Where is gold at? Let's have a look. Looks like we get another hedge on gold, I guess. Come on, come on. So we're at this key level here. This is the tricky bit. So this is more or less where we got stuck in yesterday. Over here, horrible zone, horrible. But you can see here it also got stuck at that same area. So I mean, if we catch enough of a rally, maybe we're going to make it up to the 35.4. If we make it to the 35.4, I'm pretty sure we can come out of this trade nicely. So we're at the daily pivot almost. It's just a shame about that auto hedge. Yeah, it's always a tricky one. Once you place the auto hedge on, it stays with that Swiss box. So you always have to be careful. Otherwise, it might do exactly this, hedge you automatically when you didn't actually need to be hedged, and we would have actually been out of the trade with a good profit. I mean, hopefully right now with the way that it's all been planned out, as long as we reach up towards above that daily pivot, really, I think that we can come out of this trade with an even better profit. 16, yeah, as long as this minus becomes lower than 16, then it's all good. And if we wanted, we could even take away some more of those cells. There's another one here. Oh, let's wait and see. Buyer there as well. These. What do you guys think? I think it's going to reverse. Gold comes. Is it coming down? Almost. Almost came. I've got another retest of the daily pivot come in. Let's go on the 1 minute. See, so they'll go retest. This drawdown's getting, it's not reducing that quick as I thought. The sells, that one's there. We can probably get rid of this one. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, that's fine. Hopefully it'll give us a bit more of a push with the, just this one really. This is the only major sell that we've got, apart from these two small ones. It should reduce pretty quick, especially once we make it past these buy areas as well. Through the top of the previous box, we're just fighting that automatic hedge trade that came. So that's the automatic hedge. If we didn't have the automatic hedge, then we would have, yeah, then we would be +4. And not -4. So let's wait and see. Rally up to 35.4, and I think we can get a good close on there. So look. So if we had the exit, if we had this exit on right now, because we're 1.5% profit there, the Swiss box would have just closed the trade automatically, because it thinks that we're well into profit here. We're well above our target of 0.076%. So it would have closed the trade. But as you see, we're actually -3 because we fiddled around with the individual trades. So as soon as we start fiddling around with these individual trades, it's yeah, it's basically full manual now. So turn off all automatic sequences and you know, really get stuck into it. So retest of that daily pivot coming through, I guess. Hopefully not too strong. Want to see this market all the way up to the top. Well, we're just 3K now. So maybe another 50% reduction here, and then we can probably close that trade. Ah, nope. Time 16. Why is that there? No, close time 17. So what's this? 7 plus 18. So 25, 26.09. So we can go there, 26.09. Lots for our hedge trade now. Should we be in emergency to hedge? I was hoping that we were going to get a better take on this. Shame. Shame, shame. It would set an automatic hedge, but you know what happens? It's just going to drop down to the automatic hedge and then continue its way up. So stop, put that one there. I guess we would want to put it below that area. It's going to put us back into a 4K overall drawdown if it hits. I mean, what's the difference there? That was 700. So 32 points. See, and a nice supporting pushback from this big number. And if we get a good enough push that it goes above the daily pivot now and retests and then continues to surge, then we can use this hedge as a sort of trailing stop loss, right? Because if it managed to go and surpass the daily pivot, then we can then move this hedge pending order to just below the daily pivot. And then as it continues to climb, it can go above the next big number, and then we could move it up to just below there. And then it will just be acting as a sort of trailing hedge, trailing pending hedge. However, I think we're probably going to hit that hedge now. Don't think we'll get the chance to trail it. Here it comes. No, we're going to hit that hedge. So back into a 4K drawdown, I think. A couple different options that we can do. If it's really going to drop, then what we could do is delete the pending hedge, and then we can actually close the buy trade. So this buy trade, for an example, and then as the market then drops further down this way, then if the hedge is 26.09 and this is 32.56, then that leaves us with what, 4 plus 2, 6 lots, 6.5 lots in a short position. And then if we close another one, let's say this buy as well, then that, oh no, these are all in minus buys. They're the buys from up here. So we do have this sell here as well. We'll close that one. And this one. So now we're all in a buy position at the moment. Let me close this one now. This pending order. So the last one, so we've got what's here? We've got 18 plus 7, which was 26.09, plus 09, so that's 26.76, 28, 29, 3, 4, 4, 29.44. So we can put that there. 29.44 is the hedge now. We've deleted all of those in the sequence now. So what's that putting us at over here? Go to trade. So now we're all in a buy position at the moment. So we come down here and we can also put that trading. We want to sell stop. Just there. I want to see us break this daily pivot now. Overall, it will give us a bigger minus as we're pretty much all 29 lots into a buy. We've only got 32 lots. That's not correct. Buy. 1 second. Pretty sure my maths is terribly off. is that 1.71 plus 4.41 plus 11.65 plus 29.2 plus 32.56 equals 79 minus 32.56 equals 46 lots. We're in a buy position. Really? Oh no, minus 17 as well. Minus 17.53, 29.44. Yep, look how my maths is correct. Yep, Nasdaq has closed with profit, Jen. Sorry, I haven't. Thank you for joining. Anyway, gents, no worries, no worries. Glad you enjoyed it. In this case, would it not be better to secure the box? As much movements you do. Yeah, so right now we're just securing. So the box is essentially getting a bit bigger here, but right now we want to trail the market. It seems like we're in quite a bullish market. This is like a good retest, so we should, in theory, get now up to the next level of resistance, and the next level of resistance on this would be, I guess, here, right where our box was. So we've got that resistance, support, resistance here, and if we manage to break past this zone, then it should be up towards the next big number. And yeah, we're just trying to reduce this overall drawdown as much as possible. And once we can reduce this drawdown to 1500 minus 1500, yeah, then essentially we can just close all of the trades. And what it's going to do is it's just going to put us into yeah, will be 100 euros profit from this trade today. All right. So small little lesson there on manual hedges. Good afternoon. Good luck. Thank you very much, Klaus. What is your day profit? Yeah, the day profit so far is big because we've got a big minus. So the day profit is 1700. So 1700 there, 5%. This is wrong here. We're in more than, actually no, that's not wrong. That is the current drawdown state. So if we go to the trade here, we're minus overall on the trades, minus 3,200, but we've already secured 1,700 profit. So that leaves us with basically the same as when we started this afternoon, 4% drawdown. Where's that? It seems it's coming back down. No. Pretty much. So we're still in the same position really as we was when we started, except we've managed to secure a bit more equity or a bit more cash on the balance of the account. Except what we want now is for a nice little break up, and then we can adjust this manual pending hedge trade to the next level. But if we're going to break past this daily pivot or not is the question, right? And once we really get a good break of this daily pivot, and we get it over this as well, because that's the next resisting zone, is literally daily pivot and then that. So it's going to be, I guess it will be pretty difficult to get up above it. My guess is once we actually get up above it, then I will move this pending hedge to where the market is now, so just below that daily pivot, as if to say, okay, if the market then drops, it's going to have a retest of these previous resistance zones as a support zone. And then if it retests and bounces back, like it's done here so far, then it's not going to hit our hedge trade, and that it will continue to rise. But if it does fall down, then we would have reduced that hedge to just 3.3, and then tomorrow we can look at it just a normal hedge release, I guess. But it's coming back down, unfortunately. Also, we've got some buys here. So then there gives another option, like I said, if the market won't continue to rise, then with this with this automatic hedge, we could delete it, and then we could delete one of the buy trades instead. And then what it will do, it will secure the 3K. And then if the market really comes back down, then basically we'll be the same as what we're doing now, but in the opposite direction. And then you need to go back to the account history, figure out exactly how much, or not even an account history, you just need to figure out how much trades you have in each direction, so then you're able to set a pending hedge when you need it. But I think the luck's run out, maybe. So lucky 10 of events back up above the daily pivot. As we saw, this is about 4K minus when we were down here. So if that's 1K, need another 2, what's that? 40 points. I'm talking about 80 points more from here. It's a long way to go. Yeah, basically to the next big number. Remember what I said, as it moves up, if it does manage to break this resistance zone, then once it gets the retest of that previous resistance now as a support, then we can think about moving that manual hedge up to the next level. Very ever so slight kind of flaggish pattern happening here. Insert shapes triangle. Forget that one there. So 1, 2, 3. Coming up here. Normally from flag pattern, what's going to happen? It's going to bottle itself up into this tight corner, and then either way, it's going to break. Hopefully towards top. Objects list, triangle, delete. Thank you. Just a matter of waiting now. So along quite a lot. Oh, do we still have a gold trade running, by the way? Yeah, we do. We should have, seems like we should have come out of that by now, actually. You're saying, should we just close it? I think we should just close. We've got 14 euros profit. Perfect. So now we can have full concentration on this. To be honest, what's going to happen is if I can close this now today with the profit, because we've now gone over that 30K, we've almost secured the 30K. The equity is still at 28. So if we can secure that equity at 30K or above, yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce that by half, take 50% of it away, and then we'll start back next week with the 15 to secure those profits. Seems every time that we get up to a good account balance, we end up getting a bit of a drawback towards the end. So happy at this point we've pretty much, well, we've tripled and quadrupled the account size a couple of times since October. But every time that we get to these big 200, 300, 400% profits, it's always we have a bad week and then there's another setback. So what we'll do, we'll reduce it. We'll take the 50% out. So we'll take the 15 out. Start again next week with 15 in, and we'll go from there. Slow moving. There we are. We've just about got below the 3K there. Is it 40 points? Is it 80 points, right? I think it's going to be a bit of a difficult one to reach that zone. But I think this is our area to get out. So there we are, below the 3K now. Let's see if it continues. I say once we've broken above our original buys here, because it's a bit of a hard support resistance, very hard resistance in fact. Once we break up again above here, I want to see a break and then a retest, and then as we're coming back up, I'm going to move this hedge to just below the daily pivot just here. I'll probably move it to around here. So that worst comes to worst, we've reduced the hedge to 3K. Drop below. Okay. Next candle. It's going to drop. I tell you what, let me delete this. I'm going to hedge this trade manually. We need to sell. So I'm going to hedge that trade now. That's us hedged, and we'll deal with this tomorrow. We'll deal with it tomorrow. So we're in about 10%, I would say 10% drawdown for tomorrow, because today's profits won't count as tomorrow's. So we're at just over 10%, maybe around 14% drawdown. So yeah, something like that. Tomorrow we will be anyway. So I'm not sure why this is still running, because it's not actually making a difference. What I'm going to do is we're going to release this tomorrow. We can either release it with again manually, depending on where the market is. If we're going to be releasing it around here, then yeah, we'll get that. We'll get to that tomorrow. No worries. So thank you all for watching. So far today, we still have the same hedge due to silly mistake. However, very good high profit day in terms of actual locked in profits so far. Still have a hedge going. However, I'm sure tomorrow will be a brand new day. We'll get out of that hedge. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back again tomorrow, same time, same place. Please remember, Friday we have no trading, no streaming. We are closed for the day as we're moving to different office. So good luck with your trades, and I'll see you tomorrow. So take care. Good night. God bless.